Now, once we have, there are several things that we do in algebra, and we'll start with substituting. So what we just did a minute ago was substituting, where you write down your values of your variables. So in here we've got an example here. Exercise, substitute into the following formula. So you might, in a story, it might say 524 and point these numbers here. You want to put them in. You write down the formula itself so that you know you've got it right. You replace the correct symbols with the values. So here we've got our F, we replace with 500. We've got 24, we put that into there. The N is 24, and the I is 0.0058. You use BEDMAS, that's what we talked about yesterday. So we do brackets first, and then multiplication and division, and then subtraction and addition. And there's exponents in there as well. So here we've got our brackets we do first, then we do our exponent, and then we do our dividing. But if you have a calculator or Excel, you just make sure you put it in correctly, and Excel will get it right, or the spreadsheet. So if we're going to do this in Excel, that would be equals 500 divided by, open bracket, 1 plus 0.0058, little up arrow, 24. So that's how we would do that in Excel, or on most of those sort of calculators that look like that. So in fact, any formula that works on this sort of calculator also works on Excel. So another thing you would do is calculate again. So do it once and then try doing it a different way if you can. Maybe do the bottom and then the top, and then divide the top by the bottom. And that way you make sure you've got the same answer. And the other thing we talked about yesterday is, remember, keep all your digits on the way through. Sounds like don't cut your fingers off. So you just don't sort of chop off decimal places as you go along. Like we could say, oh, that's actually near enough to 1.001. Well, it isn't, because that's way too much rounding. So we don't round until the very end. Okay, now in the textbook on page 25, there's some practice exercises, and there's also examples like this in the non-proctored quiz that you can work through.